Welcome back to part number 2 this week of the 101 Things Under the Sun podcast. We have got a great show. And with me, as always, the old man of all old men, Old Man Hoodrich.
What'd you say? Can you speak up? I need to turn my hearing aid on, I guess. Yeah, I'm here this week, guys.
Awesome. Yes, so you can find us on Twitter at 101 Under the Sun, or you can find Old Man Hoodrich at My Goods Are Rich, and myself at BrownieBits 450. Also, go over to Castbox and check out our channel there, because we put up the audio version of this podcast over there as well. So that's a fun place to check us out.
And if you found us on Castbox, check us out on YouTube.
Exactly. All of those links are down below in the description of both websites. So
we got options.
We got options. So I've got
one of these weeks. You should just tell people to find us on Twitter and not tell them our screen names.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
Just to see if people will do a treasure hunt.
Okay. Yeah, we could do that sometime.
Probably won't if they're as lazy as I am, but it's a noteworthy thought.
It is a noteworthy thought. So I've got some great news to start off this podcast.
Okay, what you got?
Indiana is officially a wet state on Sundays for the first time in over 200 years.
So, my friends created the first inaugural, I think what they call it, Boozmas. Yeah, the first inaugural Boozmas. They went to the liquor store. They already had a bunch of booze and stuff because they were having a party yesterday or Sunday, well, whatever day is today. But yeah, they had a party on Sunday when you could first buy it. But they bought a case of beer and brought it back, and they set up fireworks on the driveway, just the ones that like shoot up, and it's like just a burst of stuff right off the ground.
Oh yeah.
And then they just walked like in between them, holding the case of beer out in front of them. Like it was amazing. A holy event. And I was just like, guys, this is so fucking over the top, but it's great.
It's something that the Hoosiers have been waiting on for so long. I mean, where I'm at, drive 15 minutes and you can get it on Sundays.
Yeah.
But in the middle of the state, you can't do that.
Mm-hmm. You got to prepare.
You got to prepare. But that's the first time in over 200 years. Mm-hmm. We are, and I actually, I texted my family because my family and I have a group chat going on just text messages. And so I texted them. I was like, Indiana has officially passed the statewide, allowance of liquor sales on Sundays. And my sister texted back, congratulations on finally becoming a state.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty funny.
I think the governor might go down in history as a pretty good guy here,
Oh yeah, and when he signed it officially, he said cheers right before signing it. So that was
So he might go down in history as a good guy, and then people like us will just call him, oh no, he's a fucking terrible guy for I don't know,
for some reason or another.
So. That'll get us segued into our show here for you, folks. I do think that our first person we're going to talk about that might surprise you, or maybe not, who history views as a good guy, but was really a scumbag, Henry Ford.
Yeah, Henry Ford.
Good old Henry Ford, the inventor of Ford Motor Car. Gave a lot of people jobs. Mass production,
basically invented the assembly line.
Yeah, look, did a lot of good stuff. Put Detroit on the map before Flint tried to take the Detroit area off the map.
Yeah,
but he was pretty much a scumbag.
Super scumbag.
He was terribly anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
So back in the day, he bought a newspaper to use as a platform for his anti-Semitic views. And it was so his view that Jews were just awful people, and that they started the First War was so prolific that it was actually cited by Hitler when Hitler wrote Mein Kampf.
when
So this guy was so vocal about his thoughts. He was cited by Hitler.
Hitler, when you agree with Hitler
No. Hitler
like
agreed with
that,
him.
no, yeah, but
Hitler agreed with him because Ford was first. So that right there is just like
when Hitler uses
alarm
a quote,
bells.
when Hitler uses a quote from you like that, there's something wrong. Yeah, so he
Yeah.
is speaking of anti-Semitic. I think we can group these two together. The very famous children's author Roald Dahl
Oh
was
man, yeah, that's
super
yeah.
anti-Semitic as well. But it wasn't until after his death it became basically common knowledge. But in a 1983 interview, Dahl suggested that Hitler didn't just pick on the Jews for no reason, and suggested that there is a trait in the Jewish character that does provoke animosity. So
Oh man,
I think
wow.
both of those guys can be grouped together.
Yeah. Oh man, good old anti-Semitic
Oh my gosh.
people. Isn't that what people say?
As much,
good old. It's old people. They speak their mind.
yeah.
So they can't be that bad. No, they can be that bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as much good as they did, the anti-Semitic stuff is pretty bad.
Yeah, pretty bad. Especially looking at it from our day and age now.
Oh yeah.
Back then, it was kind of accepted. Back then.
1983 though. I mean, that wasn't that
okay.
long ago.
I'm saying more of the Henry Ford.
Henry Ford, yeah. Back then, yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Back
totally.
then, it was just kind of like, oh, it's raining. Somebody's anti-Semitic.
Oh darn
Kind
it.
of. Yeah. Oh, rats.
Just
We got another.
yeah. Yeah, it's just hey, look at that. Somebody said something anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
What do you want on your pizza? Yeah, that's,
something like that.
Oh my
But
gosh.
okay, so we'll move away from them, hopefully for good.
Yeah,
But
right?
we'll talk about everybody's favorite founding father.
Yes.
So who do you think we're going to talk about right now?
We're going to
Just
talk
say-
about
Just answer the question. Just if you had to guess.
if I had to guess,
Yeah.
George Washington.
And you might be correct because there are a few on this list.
There
few.
are a few.
Our founding fathers people were pretty good people until they were scumbags. So George Washington, a lot of people know that he didn't get paid, quote unquote, when he was general of the army. He said, I do not want a salary. But you know what he did? That man opened an expense account with the Continental Congress. So he opened an expense account and expensed just about anything he could. So outside of the expense account, the Congress did pay for his birthday. He spent $6,000 at the time, 75 times the yearly salary of a private, just on booze. On booze.
That's an American right there.
Yeah, he billed Congress for his retreat, quote unquote, from New Jersey for quite a bit of money, just because. And then he spent some of that to get a nice saddle for his private horse. Wasn't even war related. But anyway, all in all, if people debate about how much he actually funneled or expensed away, some people estimated in the $5 million range. That's throwing it into modern money.
Yeah.
Or some people are saying it could have been upwards of $15 to $20 million in terms of today's money.
Yeah. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh. So basically what you're saying is George Washington, who never told a lie, was pretty scummy with the expense
Oh yeah.
reports.
Um, yeah. Also, the same year that his like birthday bash, it one of his birthday bashes coincided with Valley Forge. So his
Course.
army was starving at Valley Forge.
Hmm.
Um, he had mutton and fowl and hired a band to play.
Sounds
Um,
reasonable
yeah.
to an
So
extent.
and also in an effort to raise morale, he hired a band to play for them rather than buying them shoes or coats. Because that makes sense, right?
Yeah, I mean, you got to grow a pair and just stay warm. Listen to this band.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll
Outside
keep
in
you
the
warm. Go
cold.
dance. Go dance. Warm up.
They didn't even play inside. They played outside in the cold because there was not a room big enough for all of them.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Hey,
yeah,
morale
George
boosters. Morale boosters do a lot more than just feed.
Yeah. I mean, George Washington, good dude, but kind of sketchy person.
Kind of sketchy.
Kind of sketchy.
Now, are we wanting to group some more founding fathers together? Because
Oh,
I've
that is
got
cool.
one. I've got
Oh.
one who is a very famous writer of the founding fathers.
So who are you going to talk about here?
I'm going to talk about the man who wrote that all men are created equal, and yet
Mr. John Hancock.
no,
Not Hancock?
not Hancock, Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Hancock just signed really big.
Yeah, he just signed really big. But anyways, Jefferson owned slaves his entire life. But that's basically
that's
common
common.
knowledge. That was very common back then. So I don't want to, completely tear him down for that, except for the fact that he had a long-term affair and numerous children with one of his slaves, and is actually known to have numerous affairs with several slaves.
Yeah.
And to complicate matters further, the slave is believed to have been the half-sister of Jefferson's deceased wife.
Whoa! So he's having kids with his wife's sister?
Half-sister. But yeah, basically.
But, ooh. Him and his wife were already kind of close because I thought they were like cousins.
They were very close. So,
Man, that's some Kentucky relationships right there.
Yeah, very much so. His
Ugh.
legitimate and illegitimate children are more closely related by blood than anyone had ever suspected before.
Wow. Okay.
So
Way to go, Thomas Jefferson. Way to be the pioneer founder of Kentucky relationships, I guess. Wow.
you are the reason for Alabama the way it is.
I think that's just Alabama being
You think
Alabama.
that's just Alabama?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
fine
something in
then.
the
We'll just
water.
go Kentucky then.
Yeah, something in the water in Alabama.
Roll Tide.
Oh man, them people, them Alabama people. Woo-hoo-wee. That's just what they say on a daily basis.
If you're living in Alabama, just know that we support you. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, fuck off. they use Roll Tide as a greeting rather than hi.
No,
Doesn't
no,
matter.
it's either Roll Tide or Warhawk.
Yeah,
Which
Yeah,
never made
basically.
any sense to me, the Warhawk. Because isn't
that
Alabama Tigers?
no. It's Alabama is
Or
something.
not Alabama. They're Crimson
Auburn.
Tide. I mean Auburn. That's what I meant.
Yeah,
Aren't they the
Auburn
Tigers?
is. No, they're. I think they're the Eagles.
Are they?
I don't
okay.
know.
I could be completely wrong.
Who knows?
I know they're orange and blue.
Yeah, that's about it.
Good strong colors, but
Oh, okay. So if we want to lump in another founding father into the surprisingly scumbag category,
I think I have a feeling I know who you're gonna say.
Oh yeah, because why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean
the man that everybody loves.
the
to
man,
talk
the
about,
myth, the legend.
Benjamin Franklin.
Benjamin Franklin.
Benjamin Franklin. Oh my God, this man was a dirty pervert.
Oh my
Dirty
god.
pervert. You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, if he was modern times, he'd be modern times Bill Cosby.
Either Bill Cosby or Harvey Weinstein, without the house
Uh,
plant.
no, he'd be more Bill Cosby. I feel like Ben Franklin would. Yeah.
He would use the old pudding cups.
So, but anyway, Benjamin Franklin. So he wrote a younger friend a letter about how to choose a mistress. Okay, this letter was so bad that it was censored into the 20th century. Like, how bad is that? That a letter you wrote back in, the late 1700s was censored for roughly 130 years. Somewhere thereabouts. I don't know when in the 20th century, but at least 130 years it was censored. That's some bad stuff, man.
That is why we call him the man, the myth, and the legend.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, he'd sleep with like countless older women and then brag about it. Like, don't brag about sleeping with old women, dude.
I think
he was already old.
I think
so
Futurama said it correctly.
What's that?
Futurama. Did you ever see the episode where they went back in time and
Nope.
they were asking around where Ben Franklin was, and they're like, "Oh, he might be in Philadelphia or Louisa."
But yeah. Oh, so more on this letter. Some of the reasons in this letter for sleeping with older women is that there was no risk of a pregnancy, they're more experienced, and they were just grateful to be getting any attention from a man.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And he would also stand on his balcony in the nude when he was in France.
Well, that's France, though. I mean, they still stand on their balconies nude.
Okay, but he's also calling down to people walking on the street. I feel like there's a difference between
there is a slight difference, yeah.
There's that's a big difference. Like, you could just be standing around naked on your balcony in France, I feel, and it'd be whatever. But if you're actively calling people to look up, that's something different altogether.
I feel like that. Like, the more you talk about Ben Franklin, the more he becomes a frat boy.
Yeah, he's basically a frat boy.
A drunk frat boy.
Yeah, he was a drunk. He really was. That's all he did was drink wine. Yeah, that's all he did was drink wine. He drank wine and fornicated.
Creepy he had to fornicate.
Yeah, creepy.
He had so many mistresses.
I mean, that's just creepy old bastard. Because he didn't do any of this until he was like upper 40s or 50s.
He was old at this point.
Yeah.
He was that weird old man at the bar that you see that hits on the drunk college chicks.
Oh man, but those are so hilarious.
Oh, they're great. Hilarious. They're great. Terrible, but great.
Debatable. It's terrible until I do it.
Yeah, exactly. So, any other big
founding fathers? I don't think so. None that I can think of off the top of my head here. I think we got them all.
Or
we got the ones that we could find about.
Yeah, I'm sure all the other founding fathers had something.
Everybody did.
Everybody
has something.
Everybody has that kink.
Mm-hmm. Everybody has those days.
Yeah, you could even go into another head of state, like say Winston Churchill.
Good old Winston.
Good old Winston Churchill.
Good old Winnie Churchill.
I know you have some on him.
Man, what didn't this guy do?
He led his country through World War II, and might have also been responsible for making one of India's most awful famines worse. No big deal on that. He may have deliberately diverted food away from India to feed Europeans at a time when India desperately needed it. So,
Yeah, but hey,
yeah,
it's for the war effort, so it was okay, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
kind of. I don't think
yeah.
they necessarily needed all the food he was diverting away from India, though.
But also, have it be known that he hated Indians,
Oh,
like legitimately.
he hated
So,
everybody that wasn't European.
yeah, basically. But okay, so when Gandhi was on his mission to get India free from British rule, Churchill called for his execution by elephant. Like that okay, I could kind of see that. So he's still a good guy, but he's just calling for somebody to get executed by an elephant.
Yeah,
That's
I
kind
mean,
of
it's a quick death.
not really, because if you, I don't know what they do, but I'm assuming they just put you in a cage and then march the elephant in there, and then the elephant will randomly stomp on you at some points. I feel like that'd be kind of painful.
As long as it was stepped in the right spot, then it would be a quick death.
Yeah, but that's random. You don't
But
know.
yeah, you never know. So yeah, that's not the greatest. Hold on to
Yeah,
Gandhi too, but continue with Churchill.
but so back young Winston Churchill, he fought for the British, obviously. So this is when they're carving out their empire. He took part in what he fondly called the jolly little wars against barbarous people in Africa. And he also suggested that they were violent against the British, not because the British were invading, but because they had a strong aboriginal propensity to kill. So, yeah, kind of strongly racist views there by the cigar smoking, whiskey drinking Winston Churchill.
Freaking Winston Churchill. Oh my gosh, that man.
Yeah, he was something.
He was
He
something
was
else.
something.
So
That famine in India killed roughly 3 million people, guys. So
so he could have made it worse. I mean, he could have
and
been responsible.
also during that famine, so rather than take food from India, the U.S. and Canada offered to give them food, but Churchill just refused.
Yeah. Ah.
Like what?
So, speaking of India, speaking of Gandhi, like I said, hold on to Gandhi. Yeah, he was a peaceful leader, and like you said, he was spearheading.
Sorry. Time out. I just got to this tidbit on Churchill.
Okay, well, we'll listen to this one first then.
Sorry. Before we got too far off, um, so basically, in Kenya, okay, he rounded up 150,000 people, blackamoors. That's what he called Kenyans. um, and so he put them into what they called Britain's gulags
Yeah.
to clear up fertile land for white settlers. One of the victims of this gulag was Barack Obama's grandfather.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So Winston Churchill, the grandfather of an American president, put in a concentration camp and just kind of tortured for 2 years.
Oh god.
Random fun fact for you
Random
guys.
fun fact. Oh my gosh. Well, great guy.
Yeah, great guy. He helped kill the Nazis and fought the Reds. So good
and
guy.
and killed a lot of Indians.
Yeah.
uh but yeah, so back to Gandhi. Cuz he was, peaceful leader who spearheaded Indian independence. But one thing that he did preach, okay? He preached regarding chastity. He routinely told married couples to take a cold bath when they felt sexual urges. But he did carry on an affair with his physician for a number of years. So that's one thing. That's one fantastic thing. And I've got another amazing little thing from him too. He let's see, where is it? I've lost it. He basically what it was that he agreed with Hitler.
Oh man.
Yeah, here. I do not consider Hitler to be as bad as depicted. He is showing an ability that is amazing, and he seems to be gaining his victories without much bloodshed. Except for the 6 million Jews,
Yeah. Yeah, but maybe the news doesn't get to India.
Maybe, apparently not, but...
They were worried about the Japs.
Yeah.
So, we'll give them a pass for liking Hitler. That sounds fair.
So we're giving him a pass on liking Hitler, but not giving him a pass for having an affair with his physician.
No, that's just run-of-the-mill stuff. I don't think he's that bad.
Well, I mean, when he preached chastity.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that. So, yeah, that makes him a hypocrite. Then that's bad.
Yeah.
That's kind of bad.
So.
Practice what you preach.
Exactly.
See, Jim Jones, he practiced what he preached. He drank the Kool-Aid.
Jim Jones definitely practiced what he preached.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so another one that might surprise a lot of people. Everybody thinks Alexander Graham Bell's a good guy. Okay? I mean, he invented the telephone.
Yeah.
How's that bad? But he was involved in a campaign to eliminate deaf people. Because I'm assuming his line of thought is that'd be just good for business. Because if deaf people were around, nobody's going to use the telephone.
No.
But no, he was more concerned that deaf people would take over America, like just a group of people that would rise up and take over America.
What?
So yeah,
what?
he's I don't know if I'm saying this right, a eugenicist or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's basically the ideology that says you're going to breed out the weak people from society.
Yeah.
So,
good guy.
So but quite a few people believe that before the Nazis kind of came around, and everybody else is like, maybe this kind of doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
But like Bell was mortified when he, saw that people like deaf people were setting up their own organizations, intermarrying and stuff, because he was worried it was going to bring about the rise of the deaf race.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So he was like convincing legislators to, ban sign language in school and all kinds of other crap like that. So just a fun fact about Alexander Graham Bell for you guys.
So, yeah, speaking of inventors, I've got another. I guess you could say an inventor. Maybe I don't know what you would really call him other than an inventor, but Chuck Berry, who may have invented rock and roll. Okay,
he did. Not may have. He did. He did invent rock and roll.
So we can call him an inventor of rock and roll, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got, there's a few things about this man. Great music. But he had already been convicted of armed robbery by the time he graduated high school.
Armed robbery's not that bad. Did he kill anybody?
Well, I mean, he had numerous run-ins with the law throughout his life.
Okay. But did he kill anybody?
No, he did kidnap a 14-year-old girl and take her across state lines in 1962. And in 1979, he was also picked up for tax evasion.
Tax evasion, that crosses the line. No, tax evasion doesn't.
Hang on. You say tax evasion does cross the line, but taking a 14-year-old girl across state lines after kidnapping her doesn't?
Semantics. Semantics. Tax evasion's like bad, man. That's what they got Al Capone on. It takes a real criminal to evade
pedophilia is fine.
Real criminals evade taxes.
God damn it. Oh my gosh. So yeah, Chuck Berry has a nice long list of
but look at the music he put out.
Yeah.
Also, let's interview Marty McFly because I think he might have some insider knowledge about how Chuck Berry got to be, so famous.
Yeah.
That was Chuck Berry in Back to the Future, right?
Yeah, that was. I think
Okay,
it was
good,
Chuck
good.
Berry.
Good. I wanted to make sure that reference flew.
I'm pretty sure that was who it was supposed to be.
Okay. Well, no, it was like very much so. They said it in the show.
Yeah.
Or movie, rather. But yeah. So, on the note of scumbag musicians, which there's quite a lot, but one person that, you think was kind of okay, Johnny Cash. So, everybody, everybody was drunk and did drugs in the 60s. But whatever. This didn't emerge until after his death. But it's been kind of sort of proven, but it's still allegedly, but very, very plausible, that a drunk Johnny Cash started an infamous 1965 wildfire at Los Padres National Forest in California. And the blaze ended up killing 49 of the park's 53 endangered California condor vultures.
Perfect.
So, Johnny Cash almost made a species of vulture extinct, I believe, with that wildfire.
Good old Johnny Cash.
Oh, yeah. Good old, that'll show you some hurt.
Oh yeah.
He almost put that forest into the ring of fire.
It almost fell into the ring of fire.
There we go. References
references, yes. Actually, I just ran across this name that I completely forgot during the revolutionary times. Good old Patrick Henry. I want to bring him up because this guy.
Oh, this guy. This is going to be good.
So he's credited for demanding, right before his death, "Give me liberty or give me death." And inspired Virginia to take up arms against British tyranny. He ended up dying shortly thereafter in the Revolutionary War. But what people don't really realize past him giving moving speeches is that he enjoyed locking his wife in his basement, chaining her up for the last 4 years of her life.
Just cuz.
Now,
do we know her side of the story? Now, was she insane?
I don't know, because it says that he chained her up in the basement, possibly in a straitjacket, and then also forbade her from seeing her children.
Okay, see, that tells me that his wife was crazy. And he did it for her own good. I'm going to be on the side of Patrick Henry on this one.
I am going to link this Cracked article because they make a pretty funny little, back and forth between the two. But yeah, it's pretty.
So he has alleged imprisonment on his rap sheet.
Alleged.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
He allegedly imprisoned
Because who knows if she was crazy, or what if she was not crazy and he just went insane and said, "You know what? Fuck you. I'm going to tie you up.
She's a woman.
I'm gonna put you in a straitjacket and chain you to this pipe here."
Yeah. Maybe she was just a new age feminist.
Oh my God, yeah, probably. This is like the 0.01 wave feminist here.
Yeah. God, this is how this podcast blows up. Is because I'm just blatantly spewing out feminist jokes, and then somebody's gonna pick it up, and we're gonna be viral. Watch.
Oh no, yeah, seriously. Just wait. Anita Sarkeesian is going to be commenting on our video saying, "What the fuck? Women
don't even know who that is."
We actually had a conversation about her after or before the show.
Oh no, that's right.
Yeah, she's the feminist frequency creator, or whatever.
She was like spot 15 right after J. Edgar on that list of the villains.
Like, I can understand why she's on the list, but J. Edgar Hoover, really?
He was higher than Joseph Mengele.
Well, about J. Edgar Hoover.
We already talked about him.
Well,
he couldn't pull off the cross-dressing, which made him a villain. Okay? If he pulled it off and worked those high heels, different story.
I do want to throw in the fact that he did politely tell Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. to kill himself.
Well, see, he's polite about it, so I can't blame that.
Yeah, and Dr. King just politely declined that whole thing.
Okay.
But
yeah, I mean, I very much impolitely tell you that I'm going to kill you every once in a while.
Yeah,
so
I don't know.
At least he's got some respect.
Yeah, he sent Dr. King a letter or a package, and in the package there was a letter, and he politely requested that in 34 days Dr. King kill himself or else. And I don't know, with the fact that he clarified or else, I don't know how that could be construed as polite.
Yeah, well, he's giving him an option.
Yeah.
Either kill yourself or I'll kill you.
Oh man. So do we have any other last ones to kind of round out this list?
No. I think we'll save it in case we want to revisit this topic at a later date.
We've got it. There's a lot of people.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's history.
Yeah.
It's history. We could do one about me. Am I a villain? Am I a good guy?
I think you're just a drunk dude.
Yeah, that could be.
I think you're just a drunk old man that doesn't know what's left or right.
It's it. Oh man. It's that damn early onset dementia. Gets me every time.
Oh man. So are we looking at doing some backwards or forwards today? Are we going?
We can do dad jokes. You want to do dad jokes first?
Dad jokes first? Okay. Well, I got one for you. What's Forrest Gump's email password?
Oh, I don't know.
1, Forrest, 1.
Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty clever. So yesterday, a clown held the door open for me. I thought it was a nice gesture.
It was a very nice gesture.
Oh yeah.
What did Batman say to Robin before they got in the car?
I don't know.
Get in the car.
Oh my God. Jesus. Fucking Batman jokes. Hey, so last night, I dreamed about drowning in an ocean of orange soda last night. It was a fantasy.
Excuse me. Oh my gosh, that was a good one. Fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I've got one here. What do we want? Low flying airplane noises. When do we want them? Meow.
That reminds me of that fucking Jeff Dunham joke.
Yeah.
It's something like
Meow.
that. Yeah.
It goes right over his head. Meow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So today someone said my clothes were gay. I just replied, yeah, they came out of the closet this morning.
How does NASA organize a party?
Oh, I don't know.
They plan it.
Oh, God. That's the worst one today. That's just, like, that didn't even make me laugh.
How about this one? Unless you've got another one for me.
I mean, you go ahead. You sound excited.
A horse walks into a bar. The bartender says, hey. The horse replies, sure.
Okay, that was good. You redeemed yourself there. I got one last one for you all
right,
today.
Sounds good.
I heard there is a new store called Moderation. They have everything in there.
Oh, everything in moderation. I get it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's so good you had to explain it to yourself.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you got any riddles for me this week? I don't have any riddles for you. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
I was too busy on the social medias.
Okay. That's more of a joke, actually. I can bring tears to your eyes, resurrect the dead, make you smile, and reverse time. I form in an instant, but I last a lifetime. What am I?
Okay. Back up, slow the roll, and read it again. That's
Okay.
a lot. That's a lot to handle.
Yeah, no, I get it. I can bring tears to your eyes, resurrect the dead, make you smile, and reverse time. I form in an instant, but last a lifetime. What am I?
Oh my god. A memory.
Yes,
Woo!
that's very good.
Woo! It like my thought process there. I wasn't connecting them all at once. I was
Mhm.
like, resurrect the dead and reverse time. That could be a memory.
Yeah,
And then I was like slowly connecting every dot.
yeah, that was good. I'm proud of you.
That was good.
Okay,
If only you could have seen my face. It got slowly. I smiled a little bit, a little bigger,
it
and
just
I was
kind of
like,
lit up
"Yeah,
slowly but surely.
oh yeah."
Well, good. Okay, when is 1600 plus 25 and 1700 minus 35 equal the same thing?
Whoa. 1600 plus 25
Mm-hmm.
and 1700 minus 35.
Mm-hmm.
When do they equal the same thing?
Yes.
Um, it's got to be some kind of fucking conversion.
Kind of.
Um, wait a second. This is fucking a clock. Where's 1600? That's what, four? That's 425. And then 70. Yeah, it's the same time. 425.
So what's the answer then? When is it equal the same thing?
Oh, 425.
Well, that's the answer to the 16 plus 25. Military time is the answer to the riddle.
Well, yeah, but no, like that's what I said.
Well, I mean,
Military
Kind of.
time. No, not kind of.
you didn't
When you
specifically
can-
say it, but you
When
yes,
you can. Well, you asked when they're the same, and I said the time that they're the same. You
Okay.
didn't ask what you didn't. The riddle was not what.
when is not what time is.
That's the same
what-
thing. Don't play this fucking semantics card with me. Okay.
I will play the semantics card if I want to play the semantics card.
Me. You know, if you change your word semantics a little bit, you get Semitic. I think you're being very anti-Semitic right now.
Okay, I got one last
Why,
one.
I
for
don't
you.
know, but I'm going to slander the hell out of you right now.
It's a question you can ask all day long and get completely different answers, but all of the answers are correct. What is the question?
What's up? How are you today? Go fuck yourself? With a question mark?
Go fuck yourself.
I
what,
said it was a.
what time is it?
Oh, I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you. Fucking hate you.
Do you hate me as much as Henry Ford hates the Jews?
I'd say more.
Oh, dang. Well, in that case,
No,
guys, I may
okay.
not be here next week.
I'm going to walk this back a little bit. I'd say probably about the same right now. I hated you more when you asked me that boundary.
The ba-
I still fucking am pissed about that.
Oh my god. That was a great riddle.
No, it wasn't. Go fuck yourself. Without a question mark.
Well, guys, that
Actually, no. No, go fuck yourself with a question mark because it'll really get up in there.
well, guys, that ends this podcast.
I do have a social media craze before I sodomize BrownieBits with a question mark. So recently on social media, I believe it was Saturday or Sunday, sometime again this past weekend, but I just found it. So we're gonna call it relevant. A New York foodie magazine or whatever did a piece on New York barbecue and how it's taking over the world.
Oh my god.
However, people lit up about this on Twitter because no, fuck you, New York. You can't do barbecue. No. Let good things be, okay? You already fucking stole pizza from Italy. You know, if you want, this is social media / old man rant. Okay, we're going. New York, you fucking stick to your corner, do whatever the fuck you do. Just don't try coming at other people. You know, they do stuff good too. Just because you can't think of original fucking idea doesn't mean you gotta take everybody's and claim it as your own. No, your fucking barbecue sucks. Look that shit up online. There is hardly no meat. They got some fucking grocery store ass biscuits on there.
They got some grocery store
fun.
pickles.
Yeah, you know, it's fucking dumb. You know, I've had better appetizers from a barbecue place that are more legit barbecue.
And what the hell type of cup is that beer in?
Okay. I would also rather eat a thing of collard greens because I also hate collard greens. I'd rather eat a little thing of collard greens than eat that pathetic excuse for fucking barbecue food because that is not fucking barbecue food. And we're going to link this into the description so you guys can see because it is pathetic.
No, like, I went down to Florida last summer with my family for vacation. And we went to a barbecue place the first time we got down in Florida. And we're like, we want one of everything on the menu. And they brought out this tray. I mean, when you see this picture, imagine that tray split in half. That was one plate of whatever meat we had. So already a quarter of one order of the meat was more than what is on that tray. It's pathetic. It truly is pathetic. Come on, New York. What are you doing? Oh my gosh. So, thank you for that old man rant.
Yeah, just an impromptu one.
That's still nice. Still nice.
Nice to see him still angry.
Of course. Of course. And I think I'm going to leave you off. I haven't done this in...
Hold on. Real quick breaking news, guys. It's just been announced. Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle will wrestle Stephanie McMahon and Triple H at WrestleMania 34.
Oh my god.
Hot off the presses. Oh yeah. Fucking stoked about this. Team Ronda, let's go. Looks
like we're getting drunk then and watching that, right?
Oh, I'm gonna be hammered watching WrestleMania.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna leave you guys off on one last note. Now this hasn't been done in a couple weeks, but we got a Shannonism for you tonight.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yes. So this is a quote from Mike Shannon, the voice of Cardinals baseball. Back in the day when I played, a pitcher had 3 pitches: a fastball, a curveball, a slider, a changeup, and a good sinker pitch.
Oh man. And this guy's still better than Joe Buck.
Oh my god, this guy. No, like there is no comparison. Even when he is drunk off his ass, which he has been on the radio, and you cannot understand a word this guy is saying, he is still way better than Joe Buck.
Okay, I agree. Fucking hate Joe Buck. And on that note, we'll sign off, guys.
Thank
Peace
you
out,
so
guys.
much.